All right, Scorpio, welcome to your reading for 2023. This is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. So what we're going to do in this reading, we're going to first look at 2022. And the reason for that is because your soul chose to have the 2022 experiences. Now, 2022 was a really challenging year. It was really, really challenging. And you want to know why your soul placed you in those challenges, because there's a reason for that. And when you understand what that reason is, you can get on board with that lesson. Because if we don't understand the reason, then we always sort of walk the risk of repeating that lesson again. And I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us when I say there's quite a number of 2022 lessons that you would rather not have again. So we're going to see why it is that you have that. And then we're going to go to 2023, so then we're jumping into the new year. We're saying, what is the plan for your soul for this year forward? You know, what is it gonna, what is sort of like the vision, the mission, the goal for you, and how can you positively benefit from that? And then I'm going to draw cards specifically for love, for career, and for finances. I'm going to clarify that. And then I'm going to end off the reading with some cards from the universe. And those are really, you know, in life we sometimes have that experience and we say, sure, if only I knew that, if only I would know how that would work out and that sort of thing, then I wouldn't have needed to have that sort of experience. So we're going to look at what are some of those things for you, so as to spare you a lot of unnecessary heartache and pain and all those type of things in the upcoming year. And then lastly, what I'd like you to do, Scorpio, is I want you to really, really focus on that one burning question. That one sort of thing that you would really, really like to have in 2023. Love, career, finance, health, whatever it is, wealth, the whole works. Just focus on that one thing, and I'm going to end off at the end of the reading. You're going to end off with a card for that, which will really just tie everything in together for you. All right. I just want to let you know that the boys are home, so there is a chance that you might hear some shouting or screaming or anything like that. Just want to let you know that. But let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. If you come across something that really resonates with your Scorpio, I want you to really, you know, claim that for yourself. It's very interesting. You got the same card as Pisces did, even though I pick up different energies for you. So maybe you've got Pisces strongly in your chart somewhere, Scorpio. You might want to go look at your chart. If you don't know your chart, there is a link in the description that says free natal chart. Go and have a look at it. It is so beneficial for you. When you have that information, it can only really help you. So go and have a look for it. But you have got the Creator from the OSHO Zen Tarot deck. Now the Creator reminds you of your power. And I feel that for you, Scorpio, you know, people's always got such a mouthful about Scorpio, and they don't always really know what they are talking about. Because what Scorpio energy does is, like, you know, they hold up this. And even when you're not just a Scorpio sun sign like a Scorpio, even people with very strong Scorpio in their chart. So I've got Scorpio, my Mars is in Scorpio. And Mars is like, it's very much that fighting sort of energy, you know, how you deal with conflict and stuff like that. And so sometimes without actually meaning to do it, you know, I can bring that bit of agroness out in people sometimes, you know, that agroness that they are ready to heal from, that is holding them back. Or people will just sort of like, you know, open their heart to me, which is something that typically happens to Scorpio energy as well, to the point that it can get very overwhelming sometimes. And I feel that one of the biggest lessons that you have learned in 2022, Scorpio, was really to honor your own emotions first. You know, to be kind to yourself, to get to that point where you almost had to really recalibrate things between how much you give to others and how much you give to yourself. Because I can see for many of you, you have poured that cup of yours dry. And when the cup was dry and there was nothing left, you know, it's almost like you wanted to either chip a piece off or even give the cup and say, you know, this is all I have. And I feel that for many of you, you may have had many, many disappointments in 2022. And I get especially for love. We're going to look and we see at love. But it really feels like your heart has taken so many knocks during 2022. And even prior to that, it just seems like in 2022, it almost like became as worse than you thought it may have become. But the lesson that your soul wanted you to learn there, my beautiful Scorpios, was to learn to give to yourself first, to stop divulging your business to everybody else. Because the simple truth, unfortunately, and I mean, it's heartbreaking, but unfortunately it's true, not everybody's always happy for you. Many people in this world love to see other people fail. That is just the truth of the matter. And you must remember that the core energy of who we are, it speaks louder than words actually do. So when people initially meet you, they may not know that you are Scorpio, but when people meet you, even if you're having a bad day, their soul recognizes the strength of who you are. And because they recognize that, and maybe because they want it, but they don't know how to get it for themselves just yet, they try to almost withhold it from you. So I can't get it, and because I can't get it, you can't get it, that sort of thing. And so I feel that you really needed to learn how to give that love to yourself. It seems like personal power is the lesson for all the water signs, because it came out in the Cancer reading, it came out in the Pisces reading, and now it's coming out in your reading, beautiful Scorpio. But I really feel that, you know, so first of all, if you're not familiar with the sacral chakra, maybe you want to go look that up, S-A-C-R-A-L, sacral chakra. YouTube it, check on Google, there's lots of information on it. Maybe it's time to do some coaching on it, you know. But I feel that the biggest lesson that you needed to learn during 2022, Scorpio, was to give love to yourself first. And what it actually meant, and it feels like there were a lot of sort of like, you know, not pleasant at all experiences that were meaning to drive you in that direction. It's great because I can see that you finally got the lesson. Big ups to you, okay? And because your energy is so powerful. Your energy is so freaking powerful, Scorpio. You have got one of the most powerful energies. People can feel when you walk into a room, when you walk out of a room. People can feel your energy even when you have been there but you're no longer in the room. That's how powerful your energy is. And when you sort of doubt yourself and things like that, even if people don't meet you, when they go forward and they meet you, they already don't give you the respect that you are worthy of because they picked up on that residual energy. So I feel that you really got to the point where you are shining. And where you are using that energy for the greatest good of all, really. A Scorpio that I know personally, beautiful, beautiful soul, for example, you know, started a job where this person left what they were doing all the time, and it went into a different dynamic where the job that they do, which is in a more managerial position, it reflects positively outwards towards everybody. And that is the kind of energy that you want to be rolling with, okay? Let's see, what is it that what is your soul's purpose for your beautiful, beautiful Scorpios for 2023? I get a feeling this is going to be your year, Babas. I get a feeling that this is going to be your year. Love it. Look at all this energy. The Queen of Wands. Now, Wands is a fire energy. And it's fire that is fueled by emotions. Okay? It is a personal self sort of energy. And with the Queen of Wands, it is, if you look at this energy, it's about holding the scepter, shining out the light, claiming your space in life. And even with the Stargate, it's like about, you know, taming that energy that could have been so destructive to you before. So this is a year that you are really, really stepping into your power. And if you are on board with that, if you are resonating with that, Scorpio, I want to encourage you to right now place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath and say, I am saying yes to that. I may not know all the details, you know, I may feel a little bit scared about it, and that's fine. It's fine, you are human, we're allowed to feel that way. But I see you being ready to have the best year of your life. And I see it coming about for you. It is like you are rewriting almost like your future, your destiny. You know, you're like, I feel like for many of you in 2022, you kind of got to a point where like, you know what, I'm not going to go forward with this crap. No, no, no. You know, and so you started to build something beautiful and new for yourself. And I can tell you so much that this year is a year where what you give out comes back to you multiplied. Because also in energy, we have what we call the microcosm and the macrocosm. So the microcosm is our life here on earth. It is the energy that we give out and those sort of things. And that goes to the macrocosm, the universe. And the way that I like to explain it usually to my students is that everything that you give out comes back to you, but it's reflected sort of like, or it's rather like it's magnified sort of like 4 times. So whatever you do here, Scorpio, this year, and I see you giving out such positive vibes and such positive energy, it is amplified at least 4 times, 10 times even, and then reflecting back in your life. So make sure that you honor yourself in this year going forward, you know? And when we begin to honor ourselves, there's going to be those people that's going to they're going to try to stop you. They're going to be like, no, 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 no. I need you to be miserable. And you know what? Maybe that's what they need. Doesn't mean that you have to be on board with that. You might want to separate yourself though. And that is something very important coming up for you, Scorpio. Any people, any energies, any connections that are not honoring your highest good, cut that tie. Cut that tie. And honestly, if that means love, if that means friends that you've been friends with for a long time, if it means family members, just make sure that you do so from a point that is about honoring your highest good. And remember, you can cut the tie, but just because you cut the tie also doesn't mean that you have to become, you know, the sort of demon incarnate, you know. You can do so with peace. And you don't need to give anybody an explanation. But be sure that the action that you take comes from a positive angle in the best way that you can. Because remember that it is the motivation behind any action that determines the outcome. That is what ultimately creates the karma for you. Okay? But I do see that this is a year where, oh, good stuff. And it's easy. It's easy. Because you are no longer sort of broken down by almost like toxic thoughts in your mind, you know, which is really, really great. A lot of you may have, I can almost say missed out on life, on things sometimes, or you just sort of given yourself anxiety really from, you know, thinking and rethinking and contemplating and recontemplating and looking from this angle and that angle and that angle and that angle. And I can see that your relationship with yourself, like 2022, the energy alignment that took place there for you is that you don't do that so much, because a lot of that did come from self-doubt, but I see you moving from there, and it's so beautiful. It makes my heart so happy. Okay, let's see, my beautiful Scorpios. We're going to take a look at love, career, and finances. So I'm going to draw a card for each of those, discuss them, and then we're going to clarify. I hope you are focusing on that that one big question that we're going to draw cards for at the end. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Scorpio, please? What is it that they need to know? What do they need to know pertaining to love? What do they need to know pertaining to career? What do they need to know pertaining to finances for 2023? There is still some confusion that's going on for some of you. I can pick it up in the cards. Okay, so love, 3 of Pentacles, new beginnings, beautiful new beginnings. All right. However, there is that sense of dread that's almost like in the air. You know, I do see that there's this is something that I can say to you that I probably can't say to other zodiac energies because they won't get it. There's a sense of apprehension, but it's not fear. All right. I feel this apprehension with love that you might be feeling, Scorpio. And it does make you feel a bit uneasy. Maybe you're taking some time out there for yourself. And you know, you are more than, you know, how would I say this? You are more than, like, it's your right to do that for yourself, you know? But try to not do it too long. Because remember, when it comes to you, Scorpio, sometimes you need to take that little bit of a silence to kind of suss things out. And that's all fine and well. But remember, the way that other people get that sometimes is that you're not interested, is that you don't care about them, and then they can start moving away. So by the time that you are ready, then they may have moved away, or they may have started to then maybe have some sort of doubt in their mind, and then they're no longer open to the connection. So try your best to be openly communicative about it. And you can say that, listen, I just need some time to think about things, I might need 2 days, I might need 2 months. I can't tell you exactly, but I do need some time to contemplate things. If you are dealing with someone that is right for you, they will get that. If they don't get that, then you might want to consider that maybe that is not the best option for you, okay? But I do see beautiful new beginnings, and I do see that there is the fear of repeating things from the past again, things that are not nice. If you do that, know that if you do that, it will be a choice from fear, because when it comes to love, there are beautiful new beginnings available for you. Really even go look up the Three of Pentacles. It is about that new, and new can be scary, because new, it sort of opens that whole thing of like, what if it fails? What if it doesn't work? What if I open my heart? But what if it does work? But in order for something beautiful to work, you do have to give it that legitimate chance. That is the requirement. We never have any guarantees from the beginning. And no matter how much you think about things and try to figure them out in your mind, the simple truth of the matter is we never have guarantees. We don't. And so you want to take a chance on things, because I feel that the time is right for you to have someone by your side, and I feel that you are really in alignment at the moment where a person who really is there for you all the way is coming about for you. And that's what's so beautiful, my beautiful, beautiful Scorpio. Sorry. For career, you've got the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is Gemini energy, which is all about communication. And the Lovers energy also want to let you know that you have options and you have choices. Okay? The Lovers energy prior to Rider-Waite, so prior to the release of Rider-Waite 1909, 1910, when you look back at older forms of tarot, like Marseille Tarot, for example, the Lovers used to be called choice, which means that you have options. So when it comes to your career, the last thing that is presenting itself in this upcoming year for you, Scorpio, is feeling stuck in a career. And I feel that maybe for some of you, that has been one of the most frustrating things in 2022, but it was also trying to teach you the lesson, or to bring you into that space where you do have those options and you do have those choices, for career-wise, okay? 6 is also the number of love in tarot, because when you turn 6 around, it becomes 9. So it's about quick positive changes. So in career especially, there's quick positive changes that are taking place. And once again, it is because of this powerful energy that you are having surrounding you all throughout 2023. This is really, really amazing. It is really the crown that you get, that, cherry on top of a perfect cupcake, which is now even more perfect. It's because of all the work that you've done. It is your reward for everything that you've done in 2022. Because for many of you, I think 2022 just sucked. It really, really sucked. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart, my beautiful, beautiful Scorpios. But there's a lot of options here that are coming about for you with career in 2023. Many beautiful, amazing options, and options that really are reflecting your worth and your value and who you are. So it's not just beautiful, but it's positively indicative of the growth that you have made, because you have made substantial growth. Okay? With finances, Page of Swords. Bright, amazing, incredible ideas coming about for you. So one of those career options that might be coming up for you in different forms is doing your own thing. Maybe starting an entrepreneurship, even as a side thing. The one word that I want you to completely cut out of your diary, Scorpio, is the word hustle. Because hustle, by description, means that you want something, and whatever it is that you want, there's a lack on your side. Be it time, be it money, be it whatever, resources. And because you don't have that, you have to be a little bit sneaky in order to get that. Cut someone off, cut something off, cut a little corner, you know? And you are so powerful, especially in this year coming up. There's no need for you to be cutting any corners. This is your year to lead. If you've maybe got a passion that you've been wanting to get off the ground for a while, I see beautiful opportunities coming up for you. Maybe for some of you, I feel, Scorpio, that it might have seemed that a certain career was getting off the ground for you, a dream was turning into reality, and then it felt like it did a little bit of a U-turn on you. I feel that there were some lessons that you still needed to learn, and it was beneficial for you to have learned those lessons, and you really get that going forward. But now you've learned those. And so now you can really go forward in a really prosperous way. Okay, let's clarify. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck, the moon. Pisces energy, it's all about dreams coming through and introspection, letting you know that you've got a choice. Be very mindful of the emotion, Scorpio, that you entertain going forward in this year. Okay, I feel that for some of you, you've been entertaining emotions that they were just not serving your highest good. Okay. So remember, what you think about is what you bring about, okay? Doesn't mean that you're not allowed to feel bad. In actual fact, a lot of times when people get to understand that you think is what becomes your experience of life, they try to not think the bad things. And they're like, oh my goodness, I thought something bad. Oh, I shouldn't think that, I shouldn't think that, I shouldn't think that. And then that actually takes you into a negative energy. So feel what you need to feel so that it filters through you. And that is actually one of the greatest secrets of success, happiness, joy, attracting love. So let's see this new opportunity for love here. So you've got the Knight of Wands that is on top of the Four of Cups, and then you also have the Death energy, or as this deck so beautifully says, the Death and Rebirth energy. So Knight of Wands, is your heart beating a little bit faster, Scorpio? I do get that. It is so beautiful. I love it. It's that sense of, you know, that energy when you like someone new, and you may not say it to them yet, but you like, you know, your heart's doing a little bit of a boof boof, and you find yourself sort of like smiling and all those type of things. It's beautiful. And it's like even your dark sort of patterns, or like the worries and the concerns and whatever it is that you have, you know, the things that will maybe trip you up because you don't have the answers, even those seem a bit lighter. So this love, this beautiful love, which I feel for many of you might actually be going on at the moment, or initiating really, really soon, but there's something very powerful going on here. And what it does is it helps you to release so many of those negative energy blocks that are holding you back in life. And what does that mean by default? It means that the goodies are being attracted to you. Your life is just getting better and better. You're sending those, you know, as you spoke about the microcosm and the macrocosm, you're sending very good messages to the microcosm, so, or to the macrocosm. You know, that big sort of energy, that universal energy, which then sends that beautiful energy in all its beauty and shine and whatever to the microcosm, which is your life. So amazing stuff, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Four of Cups. So somebody may have reached out to you with an offer of love. Maybe you reached out to them and they went a bit silent, but I feel that somebody may have reached out to you, and you're kind of contemplating that, do I wanna, don't I wanna? And if you are delaying, I feel that you are delaying because it's almost like you're waiting for this other shoe to drop. You know, for this person to show you how they are maybe not as amazing as you think they are, but they're just not showing it to you. It's like they somehow just do the right things. And you know when that happens in life is when you make that connection with your perfect soulmate. So this is that destined soulmate connection. This is that energy, this is that person, this is that one, this is that counterpart that you have been looking for since the day you were born. It's that connection with that person. That is the beautiful thing that is happening for you here in 2023. A divine, more perfect than perfect soulmate connection for you. That takes you to that next level. That it's like they are erasing. You know, if you kind of imagine, I see that image in my mind, you know, like those, they call it a blackboard, but, you know, in school, but the green one that you get, then there's like a whole lot of writing on there, and I feel that is all like, it looks like mathematical equations and writing of, you know, this fear and this fear, and if I open my heart to this and this and this and that, and they're cleaning that board for you. They are not meeting all of those fears or anything. They're coming in and they're healing your heart in a beautiful way. Beautiful way. Beautiful way. Divine soulmate connection. More perfect than perfect. Let's look at career. And that is flowing into your career space. So maybe you are dealing with someone that maybe you are doing a business with them. Or it could be that the way that they inspire you, they just, you know, the connection that you share. So it's not just what they give, but it's also what you give back. And that is really what a soulmate connection is about. It's beautiful twin flame connection. The energy, the vibration is of such a nature, Scorpio, that you just bring out the best in one another. All right? So success is inevitable in a career for you. Oh, inevitable success. 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, they say the bottom of the deck, and the, yes, Wheel of Fortune. So 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. My babas, my babas, my babas. Everything you went through is paying off. I actually sound like my dog when it's sneezing. And again, there we're going with that sacral chakra energy again, that personal power. You are overcoming so many obstacles. You are learning powerful lessons, but you are learning them in a way where when we often speak about learning lessons, you know, we think about pain, we think about fear, we think about, you know, being held back. But this is you learning those lessons in beautiful ways. So all the lessons you are learning in wonderful ways. You are surrounded by such supportive company. They just want to see you win, because that's what you're attracting to yourself right now, but because that's what you're giving out. Okay? 2 of Pentacles, things changing for you in a powerful way, especially with finances, which we are going to look at next. Beautiful, lasting finance. You know, so you may have made a change, quite a swift change in career, or you were about to make quite a swift change in career. It's amazingly paying off for you, not just in money, but in peace of mind. And the things that are, you know, important to you, family, you time, you know, time for romance. So maybe there was no romance before because there wasn't any time for it. You're getting the time for it, and things are slowly but certainly shifting in a very positive direction for you. Claim that for yourself. Say yes to that. The Wheel of Fortune is about Jupiter energy. It is about things turning in a positive direction for you in amazing, amazing, amazing ways. Okay? Let's look at finances. Oof. Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. You are definitely the rooster that is ruling the yard here, and it's so beautiful. The 4 of Wands is normally called the marriage card. So in finances, maybe there's a big wedding coming up. There's a high-level commitment coming up. Now you have the money for it. And, you know, you could even be dealing with someone that maybe they were able to pay for everything, but you wanted to contribute positively. And I feel that this connection again, because whatever your energy is, it affects everything in your life. You know, health, love, everything. You are at the space where you are really able to have the soulmate connection where it's 100% contribution towards love and finances. So maybe before you had to be the one that, you know, with your beautiful, soft and kind heart, that you were just giving and giving and giving. Or maybe somebody else had all the money and you felt that you had to almost like give your soul, and it was so draining. Beautiful equal connection here with love that is even attracting more finances for you. Stability in finances. You are getting to actually act on your dreams. So you're not just having dreams, you're not just having ideas, you're not just having epiphanies, but you are getting to actually follow through on them. Start something dynamic this year that really can quite easily turn you into a multimillionaire going forward, because you are where you needed to be. You've put in the hard work, and now it's time for you to reap the rewards in money, in time, in all of the other wonderful things that comes with it, including love. Okay, all those beautiful things that make your heart smile. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful year to look forward to. Now, the one thing that we want to take a look at, Scorpio, is, you know, sometimes, you know, as I said, there are those things that you say, oh, if only I knew that. But even at the bottom of the deck, look here, double confirmation, King of Pentacles. No need to be afraid when it comes to money. No. If you wanted to live a very elaborate life, say you live wherever in the world and you want to, I don't know, just pop over to Rome for just a little bit of lunch, I see those options being possible for you. And I mean, I'm kid you not, like really, they are possible for you. Okay? But let's see, what are some of the things that you might just want to be on the lookout for, Scorpio, so that you can sidestep them, so you don't have those experiences, you know? The Hangman, beware impatience. The Three of Pentacles again, and the Three of Hearts. There's no, and this is one of the biggest things. Maybe you're stressing yourself out when it comes to love because you are saying to yourself, well, you know, maybe they are ready and I don't know if I'm ready yet. I still need to do some stuff. And what if they get impatient with me? So maybe I should just hop into this relationship or this connection, or, you know, maybe time will balance. No. You are dealing with your soulmate. And your soulmate gets you. Just communicate clearly and say to them, I need some time. Hand over to Source. If you don't know what to do, hand over to your spiritual team. Ask the angels for help. Ask your guides and guardians for help. So I would love to be with this person. I'd love to have this connection. I'd love to have this new beginning. But I'm still a little bit scared. Ask for help. Your heart is healed. You are ready for love. You are ready for love. You're ready for love. Beautiful love. Okay, I'm not talking about a little fry in the pan sort of thing, which is cool now and then unfortunately a little bit down the line. I'm talking about the real deal, the real soulmate deal. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's coming for you. And so it is. Now, what is your one burning question, my beautiful Scorpios? Let's ask the angels for guidance around that. What is it that Scorpio needs to know, please? For the one burning question, what is the answer? Keep on shuffling, okay? Until a card pops out, I will do that. What is it that Scorpio needs to know, please? What is the answer to the one burning question? There, that card is popping. Meditation brings answers. So again, don't stress. Don't worry. Maintain that beautiful connection with yourself. Deepen that connection. Take some quiet time for yourself. It's important. Your quiet time is important, probably more so than for any other zodiac energy, Scorpio. Give yourself the time. You know, again, even in a connection, even in a career, say, I need some time for myself, you know, to be the best version of myself. And whether that means that you sit in a lotus position and you go like, Aum, you know. Aum, by the way, is the creative sound of the universe. Very good energy to work with, especially for creating beautiful new things and challenges that you might be dealing with at the moment. So it's not just some hocus pocus stuff. But also, you know, if it means that you maybe just need to go and take a walk or bring some beautiful plants into your environment, or, you know, anything, if you can get a pet maybe, you know, whatever it is that gives your heart joy. If it gives your heart joy to just go and play with you know, the children down at the foster home, then do that. Okay? Very few people do that in any case. Don't you wish we can live in a world where more people will do that? Go down to the animal sanctuary and play with the animals. If that resonates with you, then do it. All of that is meditation, but where the more you give to your soul, the best for your soul, the more the answers will come to you in beautiful ways. Scorpios, that's what I got for you. Thank you for your time, your energy, your love, and your light. I wish you all the best. I hope that you have the most beautiful 2023, that it's more beautiful than you could ever possibly imagine. I wish you only the best of the best, and I wish for you to have a year that is filled with many beautiful, amazing, positive, abundant, prosperous reasons to smile from your heart. May your year be filled with many beautiful reasons to smile. And so it is. I'll see you next time. Bye.